Kirov reporting.
And no exile will stop me!
Hello comrades. It's been a while. 4.5 months of waiting. It's painful, really hope they bring old 3-month rotation. But finally, 3.22 is coming. And first of all, let's talk about patch notes. Cool ascendancy changes, they actually make Instrument of Zeal playable. But only for Ruthless? I guess PoE1 is now a small side project. Big skill balance changes, now we finally have orb tag for cremation. So yeah, 3.22 didn't bring us anything new, this is probably the most empty patch note we've ever seen. Apparently, GGG found another excuse to not buff melee and underused skills. League itself looks interesting, probably better than Crucible. Also new Atlas Keystones. Sanctum. New League mechanic. New support gems. And especially trauma support looks cool. I'm personally okay with those changes, don't wanna cry a lot, but 4 months between the leagues is too much. Just please GGG, go back to 3-month rotation. So, wine is over, let's get to the point of the video. While I thinking about my starter build I realize that I haven't played Oro'S sacrifice build for a year. So, the time has come, I personally gonna start with this build, and my plan is to complete every non-Uber boss with Oro'S sacrifice, except Feared. This build is probably the most safest Flicker Strike build for League start, since we don't need to use expensive ferals for our weapon, Oro'S sacrifice. It generate frenzy charge every time we ignite an enemy. Which is basically 100% chance, with good amount of critical strike, and combustion. So, we're gonna start with Slayer, best choice for this build. Tons of crit, tons of damage, and non-stop leech, that's all we need. Sadly, but new Chieftain is made for Ruthless mode. Devotion would be the best helmet for this build, since we have no physical damage. Or just rare helmet, with accuracy, life, and resistance. KM Spirit, best in slot gloves, but could be expensive at the beginning of the league. So instead we're using rare gloves, with fire damage against burning enemies. KM Heart, 500 life, fire damage, but no sockets. Or just rare, 6-link body armor. Belt of Deceiver, just good cheap belt with free intimidate. Dark Ray Vectors, just casual best in slot boots. Yoke of Suffering, 10% more damage, and free shock, another best in slot item for this build, but again, could be expensive. Cheap option is Carnage Heart, or Rare Amulet, with elemental damage with attacks, life, and resistance. The rest items is rare, with HP, and resistance. So, in terms of defenses, we have good amount of Suppress from the tree, non-stop leech with Volpact, Fortify, and Immortal Call, so that's would be enough for tier 16 maps, at least. Also, Mark Mastery, with this mod is huge. And of course, leveling, the most important part. So, we start with Splitting Steel, or Frost Blades. Frost Blades is better for farming big packs. But Splitting Steel is better for single target. And after completing first act, we start using Spectral Helix. Even after huge nerf couple leagues ago, this is still the best starter melee skill. It has good single target damage, and perfect mechanic for fast gameplay pace. Obviously, we're not gonna use Flicker Strike until we get Oro'S sacrifice. And here's the leveling tree. Well, thanks for watching. And if you like this video, leave a like, or comment, or both. See ya in the next videos, comrades.
Orders, comrade?